Hey. Whew. Hello, Fantasy Goats. How are you this fine Thursday, February 12th? We are getting into another off-season outlook. We're going to cover the AFC West today, alongside that Rhino, alongside that War Chief, and his catch-up. I am your shepherd. Thank you very much for being here, for listening to us, for watching us, Fantasy Goats. Yeah, we're gonna dive into this AFC West division in just a moment or two. Few house cleaning things to cover. The first two divisions, the NFC North and the north of the AFC. yeah, are up on the channel. Those are finalized. They are up on the channel, so you can check those out. You can check out all of our content for the off-season Outlook series. Also, the 2026 rookie draft process series is getting going. That's right. We've got some content up there right now from the Senior Bowl, and plenty more coming to you as the days and the weeks go by.
Yep.
Oh yes, the Rhino loves the rookie draft process.
Yes, I do.
The war chief, the war chief invented the Senior Bowl, and I'm along for the ride. I really am. I love it as well, but I love the fact that we dig into it. We dig into that, and we dig into the previews. These outlook by divisions for a reason, Goats. You know the reason. I mean, the Rhino. If we're staying on top of all this stuff, being free agents, being salary cap for teams where they could spend players that they need to cut, who then become free agents. If we're staying on top of the rookies that are going to be drafted, especially even defenders, but the skill position players and the defenders, it all impacts the game. It all impacts fantasy football. One way, no matter how you slice it. That's why we do this, Goats.
The free agency is the first process of team building. Then after the free agency, they know okay, well we can switch directions for the draft because we got these guys, and then build depth from there.
Without question.
Oh man.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Again, absolutely. And if these general managers aren't taking any time off, why the hell should we? We're general managers too. All right, so yeah, the AFC West, Rhino War Chief. This was a changing of the guard a little bit, right?
A little bit.
Kansas City Chiefs were sitting there watching the playoffs. They finished third, but the Raiders also, yeah. Well, I mean, that was no surprise. They were last in the division. And of course, the Chargers and the Broncos were the ones that were representing the AFC West. I want to start with the Raiders because, things are happening rapidly over there. New head coach. Congratulations, Clint Kubiak. Fantastic. Max Crosby. One day he's being traded. One day he's not being traded.
Now, if you're listening sorry to interrupt, but if you're listening to Kubiak. Yeah, he's saying no. We want him here.
But what is he supposed to say?
That's
how I look at that. What is he supposed to say?
Unless they get the mother of all offers that they can't say no to, then I think he's staying. He doesn't really want to leave either. Especially now, let's say because rumor floating around. This is just rumor goats. If Jim Schwartz comes in there as a defensive coordinator, he's going to want Max Crosby there, and Max Crosby, I would think, would want to play for Jim Schwartz, seeing what he just did with Myles Garrett. So it's the whole Max Crosby thing is interesting. But I like what the Raiders are doing, man. It's interesting. It seems like maybe Mark Davis is finally kind of backpedaling a little bit, letting Tom Brady and Spytek just take the reins, go.
Well, like I said, I'm in the camp of what he's supposed to say. I don't think he's going to say something like, we're shopping Max to see what his value is, and I think it's more beneficial to them to cash out on Max while they can. This team has a lot of needs, and if you have an asset there that can get you a haul of draft
Yeah.
picks,
I am.
an
I'm not.
absolute
I
just
am
then
not discounting that at all. At
yeah, I
all,
mean
man.
you gotta. I feel like you have to find him a new home.
Especially if they could, if somebody in the top 10, top 5 can trade and they could pick up Avel Evero you know, Evero Reese.
Arvell Reese.
Yeah, that might be instant exchange because he's pretty good. He's pretty damn good.
Hmm.
He's
So
pretty good.
that would kind of sort of be like having 2 first-round picks back to back because okay, we know that they're going to take Mendoza, so he's
Yes.
going first off the board. Arvell Reese projected to go second by some.
So
Now, of course, he's projected to go second to the New York Jets, but hey, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this happened and they lost Arvell Reese. Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Rhino. For the purposes of this exercise, because yeah, we could probably spend a full episode on the Raiders and what to do. Let's operate that Max stays.
yes,
Okay, and you know what that's one of the best edges, best ends to
yeah,
anchor your defense around. The Raider from there, look, you've got a promising core of offensive players. You've got Genty last season. You've got Brock. Okay, he should rebound with Mendoza. I would agree that you would still want to bring in another. I think you need to bring in another experienced wide receiver in free agency.
I thought about this today.
I'm glad. Well,
You ready?
Of
Rashid
course.
Shaheed. Rashid
course.
Shaheed.
Of course, you're
Rashid
going about
Shaheed.
that, and of course, guess what?
Because he's the Kubiak guy.
I'm gonna see you with Shaheed and raise you one. I knew you were gonna say Shaheed because of Kubiak, but you know me better than that. I don't think they need to bring in Shaheed, and I'll tell you why. I'm with you with the skill type, but I'll tell you
Trey
what.
Tucker.
They have him. They have that guy. They have that vertical go. So I think Shaheed is going to cost too much.
That could be true.
Right? You know what? I know he's a Kubiak guy, but he's kind of sort of like a 1-2 trick pony, all speed. I think they got that guy. If they don't have it in Tucker, isn't Dante Thornton sort of that guy?
Yeah.
That's why I would pause. That's the only reason why I would pause. I'm with you with the guy, but I don't know if I want to spend on that guy. I'd rather go find me another cup. That's who I want. Free agency list of wide receivers.
Romeo Dobbs.
Oh yes, there we go. Yes.
Little Romeo.
Yeah.
I think he would be a good fit. There's another guy out there who's going to command money, but
Raiders have money to spend.
Let me put it this way. Here yes, they do.
Yes,
they absolutely do. Let me put it this way.
They're just the Titans have 101. I think the Raiders have like 91.
87.
Huh?
91, 87 is all about the same. Yeah.
Let me just put it. Let me put it just like broad brush. As long if the guy that they bring in they believe could help Fernando Mendoza, and then I'm on board. It doesn't matter whether you're going into your 5th year or if this is like a 3rd or 4th year, which I doubt it would be. It would be someone going into their 5th year or later. Even more established veteran. Could you imagine? I could see this happening, and we're going to talk about this team in a little bit. I don't think Cortland Sutton is going to I don't think he's going to be in Denver for much longer. You want to bring in a guy at least that could help be a reliable target, not someone that's going to, flash for you. That you got Brock Bowers for that, and you've got another fancy speedster in that, and you also have I don't know what they plan on doing with Jack Besh. Now again, these are answers that
he would move into the slot. That'd be the possession receiver.
If he's coming along, and if he fits, this guy's scheme, absolutely.
Yeah, he fits into the Cooper Kupp spot.
All right, so here's something else. Yes, they do have money to spend. They could shed more. It would take on some of the dead money, but I think they're gonna. What do you do with Gino? You release Gino?
Yeah.
I think they can trade him. I was looking at that. If they trade Gino, they have zero dead money.
Yeah.
I would attach a draft pick to Gino to get him out of there.
There you go. Perfect. What are we doing? Okay, so we're operating that Max is still on roster. We're operating that they selected Mendoza with the first pick. That means they get pick number 33.
They go offensive line.
36.
Yeah, okay. Offensive line or defense.
Are you bringing back Alex Kappa?
No. God no. No, and JPJ will move to center. You have Rogers at guard, then you have Colton Miller. It's the left side.
Alex Kappa, they're leaving in the desert. They're dropping him. They're dropping him off somewhere in the desert. All right, look, this is the point of the exercise now, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. If they don't, and they go wide receiver, they might go Surratt, which is Mendoza's go-to wide receiver for Indiana. In a second, might go wide receiver. But I think they're better off going either offensive alignment or defense.
I think they are too.
Yeah, they got good one good DB. One pretty good safety. He's coming on towards the end. So they need to shore up that. I'm thinking else. They need to shore up the secondary and the safety position. I think their front seven was decent, but they can improve that too. But they definitely need to build it in the trenches and secondary.
Yeah. Look, again, they got the money. They've got the typical draft picks. So we're working with filling definite needs, right, War Chief? And we want to back up. If anything, we want to support Max. Then we want to support, I think, the offensive apparatus for sure. But I think the priority comes with supporting. I think we want to support the offense first, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we want.
I think it's the line. You need offensive line to.
We want the line stable. Yeah. That's right.
I just think it depends who they spend their big money on. If they do want to take a swing for Romeo Dobbs or Alec Pierce, or if they want to go on the opposite side, take a swing at Tyreek Woolen, that's also a Seahawks connection there. Wherever they spend that big money first, I think the draft pick follows after. So they do get Tariq Woolen. Right. Maybe, like you said, in the second round, we could see Omar Cooper, Elijah Surratt, guys like that. Maybe come into play.
Yeah, Jalen Watson from Kansas City. He's a free agent. Taylor from New Orleans.
Yeah. Monte Taylor. I think it would be pretty important to bring Eric Stokes back too. Yeah. So. It just depends on where they decide to spend their big money, where their second round and beyond kind of goes.
Now, would they try to call Philadelphia and make a trade for AJ Brown?
No.
I wouldn't want that for the Raiders.
I don't think they're anywhere near the trade market because they're not in a position to give up any type of draft capital.
True.
It's like they have like 2 seconds or 2/3. Like, I'm not giving up any of my picks for AJ Brown, who's probably gonna be mad once he gets there. He's like, I want to play for his rebuilding team. Yeah, that sounds like a.
I think as long as he's getting fed, he doesn't care though. He already got a Super Bowl ring, so interesting. Because there at one time there was a hypothetical trade going around where it was AJ Brown and a second for Max Crosby.
No.
I don't think. I was like, nope.
I don't think that gets done.
No.
Want to leave you with one question, and I'm going to ask you not to answer it now. Or, you can answer it. I'm going to call it a fact or fiction. I'm going to call it a fact or fiction. Knowing Clint Kubiak, now that he's the head coach, knowing that he likes to work with two running backs. Fact or fiction. They're bringing another back to roll with They bringing another running back to work with Ashton Genty. Fact
And
of
it's gonna be,
fiction.
it'll
I
be a
don't.
trail
I don't
runner.
think so. Now, I don't want to. I don't want last year to be a kind of determine what it was going to be. The 2 years before that, Alvin Kamara was taking everything. So I think it depends on if you can pass block and catch out the backfield, then you'll be on the field all the times. Kenneth Walker just can't do that. He's not a good pass blocker, and he's not the greatest receiver out the backfield. I think that's what held him back from playing more snaps in Seattle. Because that is a Shanahan thing. If you can't pass block, you can't play.
What if
He was
well, something like Mike
it was also
Washington
like
was right there in the third round they're drafting? Would you pass that up?
Yeah, I would pass that up. There's just
well, just
so many bigger needs than backup running back on that team.
just
I
something
do
for you
think they
guys.
do. I do think they do. I think they do draft a running back because they have Raheem Mostert and Zamir White, and
You know,
Dylan Lauder. So that's nothing. They need
I don't
protection
want
for him because they don't want to run him. They don't want to run him 400 freaking touches.
I don't ever want to hear that name
per season. They want to
on
keep
here ever
around.
again.
Yeah, they want to keep around 250, 300 touches. I would think.
Just something to think about. We know they want to be run centric as well as balanced. We know he wants to run the ball. Well, I mean, it's just something to think about, something for you guys to chew on as we move forward. Let's get to the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs got some problems, but again, for purposes of this exercise, let's operate that Pat Mahomes is playing week 1. He's ready week 1. Let's just operate that way. It makes things easier. B, now what we really need to do is work with the cap because they're dead last according to Spot Track, which is what we're using today. Goats,
they're
dead
$8 million in the cap.
Yeah. So they can't. They have to do something about that even before they draft. They can't draft being under the cap like that. They have to pay their rookies. So all right. So let's get them cap compliant. That's first things first. Unless you want to operate like, okay, we need to get them cap compliant. Where do we start there? I mean, I guess
Hollywood Brown and Juju.
No, ain't enough.
I know, but it's a start. It's a start. It's a start. And then it's funny because see what you're saying right there. Who's the freaking their number one DB? Damn it,
Trent McDuffie.
Okay, Trent McDuffie.
Who I'm trading, by the way. I'm going to trade him.
And one of the hot spots is the Rams.
So yes, I did hear the same thing. So that would be a good fit. So yeah,
that frees up a good chunk of money too.
That will shed a decent amount, and then what I think they should do from there, or vice versa, when this comes first, you need to go to Chris Jones and be like, "Yo, listen, my guy, you're 44.8 mil right now. They should be able to convert a good portion of that from his salary into some bonus, and that should free up the other chunk of cash. Maybe they could do the same thing with Pat. If that already hasn't started already, because I'm showing that he's at 78 mil.
Yeah, and that's the one. I think it all revolves around Pat. I mean, it's not like restructuring does anything bad for the player. It's just it's just them getting their money now. They have to convert Pat from a $78 million cap hit and restructure him. And once they restructure him, they're only negative $14 million under the cap. So if they make one move, like you said, like get Chris Jones or Jawan Taylor, Trey Smith to kind of eat the same type of thing, then they'll be right up there.
All right, so good. We're getting them in the black, so to speak, right? So now they have some money to play with. They're gonna lose Trent McDuffie. Under our fix, we're going to send Trent McDuffie over to the LA Rams. I think that'd be a great fit for them. They need a DB, and he's pretty decent. He's above decent. Well, let me put it this way: he recovered from being smoked and his partner in that Super Bowl, so they had a decent, above decent year in 2025. We know that they're going to need a running back. Now, I would prefer that they don't, if he's available, if they don't spend that money on Breece Hall. I don't think they have to. Then that's working under the assumption that Breece Hall is available. Okay, if let's say Breece Hall may get tagged, Breece Hall may wind up with another team. If that's the case, they're still going to need a running back. The perfect guy to get, in my mind, would be someone like Travis Etienne.
Yeah. God, yeah.
I take your silence as like that's a fantastic idea.
I kind of got chubby when you said that.
I mean, and it's just all about. It's just all about. I've always thought this running back situation with Kansas City is just how much Andy's going to prioritize it. I know it sounds good. Breece Hall and Jeremiah Love, and he has never prioritized the running back position. I just don't know how he starts now in year 45.
I don't think they need to get Jeremiah Love. They could get Jadarian Price, his running mate.
Yeah, and that's really fun too.
Or Coleman, or like we just said, Mike Washington would fit really good in that damn team too.
No, yeah, I'm just talking about reference to all the speculation. Like everyone's speculating every all-star running back to make the way to the Chiefs, and I just don't think, like I said, I just don't think we should speculate that way when we've never seen it before. The best running back he's ever had is LaShawn McCoy, and he drafted him in the second round. So I want to expect him, back with the Brinks truck for Breece.
No,
picking Jeremiah Love at 9, like that just sounds crazy to me.
No, I think they go offensive line. They need to go offensive line.
All right.
Exactly. And that's predicated on the fact that they don't trade Duffy. If they trade McDuffie, then they go DB and they go offensive line in the second round. But one of those first two picks need to be offensive line. Big time.
You know what one of those picks really needs to be? It needs to be wide receiver. And it's crazy that we're on a 4th year in a row. They need a wide receiver. They do.
That sounds terrible.
It is. Hollywood Brown isn't working. Xavier Worthy is not working. Rasheed Rice is. I think Rasheed Rice is he's just not as good as we think he is.
And plus, he's always in trouble, so you don't know what stupidity thing he's going to do to actually maybe get suspended or kicked out of the freaking league. And he ain't the smartest freaking dude in the world, man. When it comes off season stuff.
Travis isn't going to be playing forever either.
So what? Okay, Carnell Tate, Tyson, or Lemon?
Any of them.
I think Carnell Tate might be the best because he'd be a red zone threat too.
Oh yeah, he would be nasty in Kansas City.
God.
If it were me, I would run the course that I think we were just on. I think I would be drafting for the trenches with that first pick, with that was it 10th overall, 9th overall.
Right.
I would be doing that. If I'm going to get a wide receiver, either it's going to be later in the draft. you take your swing on somebody there, or you're just not going to get a sexy name out of free agency at this point. If you're that concerned about character, you might as well sign somebody who's already been established in the league. And I mean, look, just some names out there like Jawan Jennings. Like, all right, we know what Jawan Jennings is. Someone that doesn't get into trouble. Okay, very good.
He's a blocker.
I'll take injured over trouble, right? Okay. That's why I don't think they're going to draft running back for both reasons. War Chief is dead on the money. LaShawn McCoy with the Eagles, and then after that, I think it would be CEH. CEH had one good.
One good season.
Westbrook.
Yeah, I forgot about CEH. Oh, snap.
Westbrook is my dog. I love Westbrook.
When did
Westbrook,
Westbrook get picked? Third, fourth round? Like
late, and he didn't come on right away either. It took someone getting injured back then.
I'm about to give you some names right here. Cora Buckholter, Deuce Staley.
Dude, I remember
The
Deuce.
Deuce.
These
Deuce,
dudes, these
baby.
are the dudes that he drafted. Like,
Yeah.
The Deuce.
Deuce is a running backs coach for who did he just sign or who just
man,
The Eagles.
Eagles, yeah.
Deuce is all over the
The
place.
Eagles-
He was
the
just the
Eagles.
Lions a year or so ago.
All right, so yeah, again, the Chiefs will get some capital in exchange for Duffy. Sure, it's not going to be first round capital. They could continue to build from there with whether it's on the defensive line, whether it be another corner. They're going to draft another corner. I don't look again. Just the same that Andy Reid has won Super Bowls with Isaiah Pacheco, got there with a Brian Westbrook. I think they're gonna continue to approach it the same way. Look, if anything, they'll wind up spending a little bit for Travis Etienne, have him work with Bieniemy. Case closed.
Do you think there might be a second year breakout for something like Brashard Smith?
Possible.
Yeah,
Yes.
possibly.
Yeah, whatever the hell didn't work last season, I think was probably more of a team-wide systematic problem than maybe just Brashard Smith, like just not being good. I'm not gonna close the door on Brashard Smith yet. He's gonna be on the team regardless. I can't see why they would cut him. So yeah, it's possible, absolutely. Other than that, you've got.
He might have second year breakout too.
I was just looking at their money again in Kansas City. If they release Jawan Taylor, they get that frees up $20 million right there. So if they wanted to get Caleb Lomo or Spencer Fano from Utah, the little tackles are great there. I mean, that's a great spot at number 9. Like that works. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, and
there's
you know,
teams. They might be maybe even think about trading him too. There's teams that need offensive line help.
Also that part 2 on why I think it's that important to just continue to shore up the trenches, right? Especially for this division, because just like the running backs, they've won with a Tyreek, but then they've also won with a Sky Moore. All right, so I think as long as Andy Reid is still in it to coach this team, as long as they have a nifty tight end for Pat, and as long as Pat is protected, I think this team will be all right. But let's not act surprised if this is kind of sort of like a 2-3 year soft retool, because this division is just too damn tough
That's
right
brutal.
now.
Does Travis Kelce come back?
I think if he wants to play, I think he's going to come back for another year to go out with his buddy. And I also have another bold take, although this might be a 2-year retooling, soft build, whatever you want to call it. Let's not act surprised if this is Andy Reid's last year if they don't make the playoffs. I think he just might be. He might be like, okay, you know what? I'm good. I've got the hardware. I'm good. I've been there. I've done that. I'm good. This is Pat Mahomes' team anyway. So, but again, this is how we fix them. Let them work with the cap. Make some chess moves. I think they know it. They know it's coming, for crying out loud. They know it. The one thing that they do, they know it's coming, and the one thing they also know to be true is they have their quarterback.
Yeah, I'll add on to your bold take too. If he does leave, this D Spagnuolo would be hired as head coach.
You're making a bold call, or you're asking?
No,
that's my call.
Okay.
Makes sense. No, it makes a ton of sense. So I wouldn't be surprised by that.
I would.
You'll be surprised by that?
I would, yeah. I would.
He has to be much better. Have to be much better now than when he was with the Rams. So, you know,
I mean, look, I think he's Vic Fangio. He's Vic Fangio. Let him do his thing. All right, let's move on to your Chargers, or not your Chargers. Chargers, man. Look, the best thing that they've done so far is probably brought in the offensive coordinator to kind of work his mad scientist stuff. They've got the young running back.
Old crazy eyes, Adam Gase as a passing game coordinator or offensive consultant, man.
That's actually, well, yeah, it's kind of laughable, but that's kind of perplexing, right?
It is perplexing. But when he was an OC, his teams, offensive teams, were top 5.
Yes.
It's just when he was a head coach, he just couldn't do everything because, it's crazy eyes. But
I guess he's got some.
That was interesting. It was interesting when I saw it come across the timeline. It's like, what? And then I started thinking, kind of makes sense.
Do we remember who his quarterback was?
They're pulling out
his quarterback. Where his quarterback was when those offenses were so great.
I can't remember.
Who? It's bad news, isn't it?
No, it's Peyton Manning.
Oh, that's right.
So it feels like a little Nathaniel Hackett.
That's right.
I mean, look, if they're kind of pulling out like the war chest, right? Just like his brother John is doing. They're pulling out the war chest. They have unlimited amount of now resources to put towards this team, or they wouldn't be there in the first place. That goes for both of them. Now, in terms of player personnel, they've got a ton of money. The Chargers are making luxury moves this offseason. They really are. So I'm gonna turn it over to you two. What would you like to see happen with the Chargers? Because again, they've got 4th most money. Their draft picks are there.
I think
they didn't move any of them, so they have their first, they have their second.
They need, and this isn't sexy or anything, but they need better depth on offensive line. That proved that last year what happened. They need better depth there, and then need to retool the defense a little bit. Linebacker or edge.
Yeah,
I think the secondary. I think the secondary is pretty solid. They did pretty good last year. And I think
Derwin James, who's kind of sort of guess the captain or the heartbeat of that defense, or that one of the captains of the team. His contract is up not this season, but next year, and he's turning 30, and he makes the second most money on the team.
They might,
but
they might extend them.
It's not a lot though.
Yeah,
and it's not a lot of money either. So yeah, I could see them maybe reworking his contract, extend his contract a few more years. You're going to want this guy still in the locker room, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and
I think
I'm with you, Rhino.
I think they're good at receiver.
Yeah, it's so crazy because they don't really have any major needs, but they have all this money. Maybe what they should prioritize is re-signing the guys they do have. I think bringing back Odafe Owe is really important. I think since he had 7.5 sacks on that team in 10 weeks. So
and he was doing nothing when he was with the Ravens.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything.
Nothing.
Jesse Minter pretty much kind of revitalized him.
Yeah.
I guess Cole. I guess it's getting better on the defense, like you said, in offensive line depth. I don't see many free agent moves out there aside from getting Odafe, his extension, and in the draft. I think, yeah, I said, I don't know, just offensive line depth.
Does Keenan Allen stay or does he go?
No, he's going.
I
I think it's time for Justin to find someone else to lean on.
I don't see how he
think
fits.
that's going to be Trey Harris.
Yeah, but I mean, even if Keenan's
I
gone,
just don't see how he fits.
yeah, I don't think he fits anymore, and he has to find we have to find another slot guy for him to lean on.
Yeah. And McDaniel's offense runs a lot of 12 personnel, so there's only 2 wide receivers out there. So they're not really going to need him. They can just lean on Trey Harris and then Lambert Smith. They might draft another wide receiver, maybe in later rounds as depth, but depth, I think depth is the key, especially offensive line.
What
Maybe
about
some edge
another
help.
running back?
Yeah.
What
That
about
thought
bringing in
that crossed my
another?
mind too because of Vidal, but Vidal did good. So he's maybe a third running back. I think a dart throw.
Yeah, no, a third running back. I mean, Vidal was going to be the third running back. Remember, let's not forget they had 2. They were going with 2 until 2 became Vidal and Marion Hampton, or Vidal and then Haskins. I mean, I think they would.
Do you think they resign Najee?
It's necessary.
No, I don't think they need to do anything at running back.
Probably
So
not.
You're going to roll Kamani, Hampton, and whoever the third guy. I mean, is it Haskins?
And then Patterson too.
Whoever that is.
Chargers.
Yeah, Haskins and Patterson.
Is it the Chargers? Like the Chargers are in a great position to where they don't have any glaring holes.
No,
except for health. And they have all this money to spend. I would just pay everybody who needs to get paid, and just take the best player available in every spot you have.
What a freaking luxury to have to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, what do you do with Khalil Mack?
I think he's talking about retiring.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
Okay,
Khalil Mack, he's going to go and retire. We're going to release him.
Yeah.
That's Adafe Owe had 7.5 sacks.
Yeah, so I don't think he's coming back.
No, Khalil's actually he's open. He's free.
Ooh.
At 34. I mean, you're an edge at 34, but yeah, no, he's shown signs of decline. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he's shown signs of decline.
Yeah, but still, he'd be good. I'll just say, did you see the Jared Verse interview with the Pivot?
No, I should.
No, I don't try to watch that. So I'm tired of him blaming himself and not getting any results the next year. It's totally Bob's fault, and then the next year.
Well, you kind of like
that. Anyway, the Rams. I know this is, but a team can use a good veteran's presence.
No,
so Mac might go to a team for just a veteran's presence.
I completely understand.
And then lastly, with the Chargers, we touched up on it with the receivers. They got Trey Harris and Keontae Lambert and blah 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 and Lad McDonkey. Quentin is eligible for a 5th-year option. I mean, if they don't exercise that, it's like they're saying to him, you have to prove it to us again. But at the same time, I think he would be pretty vital. Again, if McDaniel's going to copy and paste exactly or close to exactly what he was doing with the Dolphins, and he's going to be vital for that offense.
I mean, I know everyone has the jokes for him about Quentin Johnson, but he literally has gotten better every year that he's played. Every year that he's played, he's gotten better. So, I mean, if he continues that pace, he could be really good next year. I mean, he could be.
His frying pans for hands. No. Yes, he has definitely improved, especially since Harbaugh's been there. Not that, I mean, just his presence, I'm sure, has helped. All right, yeah, this is a team in good shape. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we've got some fantasy studs on here that we're going to love to dig into and so on and so forth. But yeah, this team's in good shape. Now the Broncos, the Denver Broncos, are in good shape too. They're in real good shape. But
We snore.
we saw some vulnerability. That's for damn sure. We saw some vulnerability. Now there's their offensive line top notch.
Yeah.
Their defensive line top notch. Their money has gotten much better. They're free of all Russell Wilson money and all that nonsense. Let's take a look though. I mean, they've got some decisions to make. Okay, they need to figure out what they want to do with J.K. Dobbins. Do they want to bring him back for a reasonable amount or not? Or are they going to bring in somebody to work with RJ because they're going to want to work with RJ?
Yeah, RJ Harvey's not a 3-down back. Yeah, I think he's good for a 3rd down back and situational. But
so that's first things first, right?
So again, they might bring back J.K. Dobbins because he was doing good. He was doing good. If they don't, then they're going to.
Yeah, look. No, there's zero complaints from me in terms of JK, other than the fact of JK. JK's JK. JK only plays half a year. JK's on the 50% plan. And that's a problem. That's shitty. It's lousy because he seems like a good dude, but nevertheless, the Broncos do have 26 mil, so that they're in good shape. They're gonna draft towards the back. Okay, we know that. Who would I absolutely send packing? Well, I would send Cortland Sutton packing. Thank you very much for your service, Cortland. He's 31. He's 31, and we know that there's a weakness, and it's the receivers. We like Franklin. We like Mims. We like Pat Bryant. We like Little Joe. I mean, we like them, but we don't love any one of these guys. We don't.
Not at all.
And and Cortland Sutton's not going to move this team to the Super Bowl at this point. And that's putting it like that's giving them already credit to even get that close again. I wouldn't do a damn thing on defense other than depth.
Yeah.
I know that the team probably won't re-sign Wiley Moss.
No, I think White Shadow's gone.
Really like the White Shadow is gone, but enter Q McMillan, who they're in love with. And let's not forget who they drafted first round last season.
Jerron Brown
in the first round.
Yeah.
If you listened to Patton in his exit news conference, they're absolutely still there. They love both of them in development. McMillan is actually a restricted free agent. They're going to give him his tender, and that's going to be the end of that. Probably even more. The other big dog that they might have to see go because he's going to command money would be John Franklin Myers. So,
but did
they bring in another tackle?
They can get, this is a draft to do that too.
Oh, sure.
So
they bring in a dog.
Yeah, bring in a dog.
Do we have an Ohio State dog? Or were they bringing a dog? War Chief. On offense, I mean, like, let's say they go the rookie route. Is there anybody in that back end first round that's screaming Sean Payton and the Broncos? Well, we know he wants offense, so I mean, do one of those top 3 wide receivers fall that late?
No,
absolutely not. I think only one that
none of them.
No. The one that makes the most sense to me,
it's like it's wishful thinking. I need get me a wide receiver that comes with pedigree, please.
No, like what I think they want to do a Marvin Mims, right? Like, but he's just really not that great of a receiver. He's just more of like a gadget guy,
right?
Gadget,
like gadget. If they like somebody like a KC Concepcion
that's what
from Texas A&M,
that's what I was going to say.
That's actually the fast wide receiver. Like, he's actually a fast wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's good at wide receiver, not just a gadget guy like Marvin Mims.
He's good at crossing routes too, man. Good Lord. His film was fun to
Wait,
watch.
Casey Concepcion. I think he's also very good at separation, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
y'all.
If
Yeah.
if it means him and Troy Franklin working the field, they're gonna go. Maybe you will get another tight end because that Joker is a joke. Mike Ingram, and Goats. By the way, if you're still listening to us, if you're watching us, if you hear my disdain and my love for the Broncos, because I'm a closet Broncos guy, and I do not like how Ingram played for us.
No.
That's something else that they need to address. What are they going to do with him? They have some interesting moves, but again, they're kind of playing a little bit with house money still. They have some moves that they have to improve on. They could get the DT if they let Franklin Myers walk. Riley Moss is probably going to walk. And there was one other name. The Greenlaw stays. Tolafunga stays. They gave Nick Benito an extension. Jonathan Cooper. Oh, Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton is someone that they should be looking to give an extension to. He should stay on the team at the very least for continuity. And that's your Broncos team. I'm very curious to see what they do in terms of what they do with running back, bring in somebody, draft somebody. They need that. Cortland Sutton's gone. He's gone. He had a nice career. I kept telling you he had a nice career. He's not for us. He's not for us.
It makes a lot of sense to me for the Broncos. Rico Dowdle made a lot of sense for me there.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at everybody else. Everybody
attitude is right.
Yeah, I mean, I think his attitude would be right there. I mean,
what about
who else is there?
Harris?
But why would you play that game with injured guys?
That's
You
not
just had
bad
an injured
either,
guy.
though.
No, Harris isn't bad either.
No, he's not bad, but I'm just saying you just had an injured guy. Why would you bring another injured guy in? You could give Rico Dowdle who do the same thing.
Rico Dowdle will probably run through a wall. He'll run through a wall, but then bitch when RJ Harvey crosses to pay dirt. That's the only thing. I mean, I like the idea of him. That's a strong runner in between the tackles. That's what I would like. Yeah, without question. Let RJ Harvey do all the rest of the, zones and scat backing, all that nice stuff. Catching out of the backfield, sure. All right, well, we're gonna continue to roll with this one. As the offseason is approaching rapidly, Combine's coming up soon. Holy smokes, we're getting into the thick of it. Goats, Commissioner Rhino, do you want to leave us with anything before we take off? Do you have a question? Do you have like a fact or fiction? Anything?
No, another rookie wide receiver just popped in my mind. Malachi Fields might be a good spot for.
Where's
Denver.
he from?
Notre Dame.
Where's he from?
Notre Dame.
I like that. I like the pedigree.
Yeah.
Like Notre Dame. All right. War Chief, do you have anything that you want to leave us with? Do you have any fact or fictions? Do you have any ketchup or do you have any one sauce? What do you have? It's the War Chief.
Is he frozen?
Just frozen in time.
I got fact or fiction.
Yeah.
Raiders will finish higher than Kansas City.
What did they win last year? 2 or 3?
2, maybe 3. I kind of left that. You know how it was last year, so
I'm gonna say this wholeheartedly. They are going to be improved. They're going to be improved. They're probably, or they are definitely getting a. I mean, I hate to use the word because this didn't matter to the Patriots. They're going to have an easier schedule. So, yeah, you have to take care of that, just like the Patriots took care of their schedule. Take care of yours, and I think they're going to be improved. I don't. Do they finish ahead of Kansas City? I could see it. I couldn't in good conscience. I couldn't predict them for the playoffs. Not yet.
No, I didn't say that. No.
Will they be improved or
They'll be
double their win
improved.
total? Double their win total? Sure. I could see that. I would hope that.
Yeah, same here.
But it's gonna have to start with it's gonna have to start with making sure that Mendoza has the right tools.
Yep.
The right support. The offensive
100%.
line has to be right for him. He's gonna need a weapon besides a tight end. Anybody, it doesn't matter. Not 650 and 4 touchdowns. As long as you're there, that he can rely on you.
Yep.
That he knows where you're going to be and you're going to be there. That's all we're asking for.
That's it.
All routes too, by the way. Has to be able to run all those routes. Has to be able to run all those routes. Let's one of those other dudes kind of get into that Rashid mode. All right, Rhino, good shit.
Yes,
on
sir.
behalf of the War Chief, the Rhino, appreciate you all. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, be a difference, make the difference. Stay blessed, everybody.